Verse 41 says, when the days drew near for him to be taken up, that's another reference to his death, allusion to the cross. He set his face to go to Jerusalem. Set his face to go to Jerusalem. That line, set his face, those three words, that speaks to his firm resolve to go to Jerusalem and to die no matter what. He had one mission, one purpose, one goal, set his face to go there and die, and he would not be swayed from it. Now, what's really interesting, and I think there's the ocean is in this speaker. If you guys want to come, I don't know, something up with it, but there it is. Ooh, could you guys hear that, or was that just me? I don't know. I mean, I love the sound of the ocean. But what's really interesting about what happens in this scene is that he tells his disciples to go ahead into this Samaritan village and to ask them really for him to come spend some time with him before he goes to Jerusalem. But these Samaritan group of people, they don't get it. They're not interested. They don't know why this Jewish man, why he wants to come to them, and they're not interested in having him come. Verse 53 says, because his face was set to Jerusalem. They're not interested in Jesus because he's going to Jerusalem. Now, there's some things going on here with this that you may not see right off the page. What's going on with this is racism. This is straight up racism. The Samaritan and the Jews, they were two separate races, and they hated each other. They hated each other. Samaritans, they were this group of people that came about from the Assyrians who hooked up with some Jews of the northern tribe of Israel and broke off and really kind of created their own religion and their own people group. They even built a temple on Mount Gerizim, which the Jewish king actually destroyed, tore down the entire thing in 2nd century BC. And in turn, the Samaritans went to Jerusalem trying to sack the Jerusalem temple, to defile it and to tear it down. So, I mean, you get a sense just in that, them trying to blow up each other's churches, that these two groups of people, these two races, hated each other. But Jesus came to be the Savior of all peoples, of all races. Luke has emphasized this before in his book, and he will continue to do so as we continue to read through it. So Jesus, he reaches out, he extends himself to the Samaritans, this other race, wanting to include them. But they didn't get it. They didn't get how this Jewish guy going to Jerusalem is going to result in anything good for them as a people. So verse 53 says they did not receive him. In response, James and John, Mark, who also wrote about Jesus' life and ministry, he called them the sons of thunder. James and John, the sons of thunder, which this is a good scene that kind of shows why he called them. They essentially say, let's kill him, Jesus. Verse 53, 54, Lord, you want us to tell fire to come down out of heaven and consume them? I mean, these guys are turbo. So I'm sure this was part of their just zeal in trying to defend Jesus, their master. But undoubtedly, they also spoke out of some deep-seated bitterness and resentment toward the Samaritans' racism. What's Jesus' response? Verse 56, he rebuked them. They didn't get it either. The Samaritans didn't get it, and James and John didn't get it. They didn't get that Jesus' mission and purpose on earth was to go to the cross and to die so that Jews, Samaritans, black people, white people, brown people, Asian people, people of all different colors of skin and all different backgrounds, Basque people, might be welcomed into the family of God, to worship God, to enjoy him, and to be the church together. And the reason is, really simply, if you want to boil all that down, it's because of Jesus. It's right here in our text today. Jesus set his face to Jerusalem so not only Jews, but also Samaritans and people of all races might receive his grace and be healed of their racism and become family together. The cross is the point of intersection. The cross is the point of intersection. It's where Jesus acted in order to unite us to God. Unite us to God. Where Jesus acted in order to unite him, and one of the many results is it then has the power to unite us together with other people who are like us, regardless of the color of their skin.